Darkstalkers Chronicle: The Chaos Tower combines the entirety of Capcom's other 2D fighting game series, the one that's much more colorful and imaginative than Street Fighter. At the center, you've got lots of classic 2D fighting gameplay here, so you'll get to choose from one of nearly 20 different interesting fighters and take on your opponents in battles of skill and wits. Darkstalkers' deep gameplay, great variety, and excellent artwork makes it inherently a lot of fun, and it's especially impressive now that you've got the entire series in the palm of your hand on the PSP. It's amazing that 10-year-old graphics can look this good today. Darkstalkers Chronicle really shines on the PSP, whose big, bright screen makes this cast of characters look better than ever. That certainly helps make this game fun to play, though the PSP's controls can make pulling off some of the moves pretty difficult. There's nothing inherently wrong with the controls, but if you remember playing the Darkstalkers games in the arcades like I do, then this layout will probably take some getting used to. Fortunately, the game includes an optional easy control scheme, which lets you pull off special moves without all the complicated commands. As loath as I'd typically be to simplify the controls in such a game, I really appreciated having the option here. The gameplay moves fast even if you don't pick the turbo speed settings. Since the cast of characters includes a variety of pretty much every pop culture movie monster you can think of, expect to see lots of crazy looking moves firing off left and right. The game's enemy AI actually doesn't pose much of a challenge at first, even if you don't know what the hell you're doing and just mash on the buttons, which can actually be pretty fun. But the depth is there if you look for it, since each character really is quite different from the others. This game also has some fairly sophisticated features for a 2D fighting game, such as pursuit attacks and the ability to power up any of your special moves for different effects. In addition to the arcade mode, there's the Chaos Tower mode, which lets you pick 3 characters and try to fight your way to the top of the tower, taking on one opponent at a time. It's a nice idea since some of the floors of the tower feature specialized matches that help mix things up. Thing is, you tend to only fight one round at a time, and one issue with Darkstalkers Chronicle is that the loading times are a little too long for comfort. So you might just do what I did and gravitate to the arcade mode and its lengthier matches. Of course, the Wi-Fi multiplayer support is a great feature too. Come on, you've got to have at least one other fighting game friend, right? Being able to play this game wirelessly against a friend is a great option. There's really nothing else like Darkstalkers available for the PSP at launch, and there's not likely to be anything like it for a while. It's great to see this game among the PSP's starting lineup, since it's definitely different from the typical 3D action and racing games that are the norm these days, and it packs in a lot of what's been so great about 2D fighting games all over these years. As 2D fighting games go, this one's got some of the coolest and most interesting characters around, and it's got plenty of depth and lasting value to boot. But it'll take you a while to get around the game's default controls, so like I said, consider that easy control option just so you can get to the good stuff. Darkstalkers Chronicle is perfect for fighting game fans, and it's a no-brainer for fans of this series in particular. This game's also probably got the most personality of all the PSP lineup so far. It's well known by now that the PSP can pull off impressive-looking 3D graphics. The big surprise with Darkstalkers is that animated 2D visuals can look incredibly good on this system too. And of course, the classic gameplay here is never going to go out of style.